Hello and welcome. We are wishing the Belch'n Turkey a happy Sweet 16. I am Idris Garcia, and with me I have
James Cole. All right, this is going to be a fun round to watch. We have Chris Dickerson, Braseel, and a few other really great players on this card.
Hole 1. It is a par 3, 302 feet. It is a dead straight shot. You really just have to miss one tree. We are approaching it here. You really just want to flip something up that, either goes inside or outside of that tree and stays out of the rough. So here is Chris, one of the better players in the world. Always nice to see him down in Chattanooga showing us a little bit of love. Hits an early tree.
Yeah, it's tough to go mid-range early in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan pulling out the T-bird. Gets a little bit too much turn, but it might get friendly kick down there.
Yeah, he'll have a long look from over there. It's, the sinks every year clears out a little bit more and gives you a little bit more room to work with. Oh, it's another tree. I didn't get a chance to catch who that is.
We will catch his name in a second.
This is Danny Parkins from Cookville. Danny and I used to...
Throwing a nice hyzer flip. That maybe has a little too much speed, though. Ooh.
Oh, catches a nice little tree to stop him there by the hole. And then Nathaniel Romans of Bowling Green.
He had a nice ace in the last local tournament. A little shout out there.
Oh, yeah, I missed that one.
He's going with that mid-range.
Oh.
It's just hard to throw that little pure hyzer flip mid-range early in the morning on this hole.
It's usually pretty chilly. Turns over the upshot there a little bit. That'll be a tester to either get your confidence up or down real early.
Chris makes a short work of that upshot.
Really nice out from where he was at. Really trusting his disc to hold the line.
Going overhand. That'll be around 28 feet. Another little testy putt.
Here's Dylan. Definitely known for his prowess on the green.
Oh. Gave it a good bid. That's the miss you want to see if you have to miss one.
Yeah, dead center high. There's Nathaniel cleaning up for his par.
So we got Danny with the lone chance at the birdie here.
Yep, looks like no one's going to take the bogey, which is nice.
In there.
And that's just a great start. I mean, hole 1 is one that's... It's tough because it's your first hole, but at the same time, it's one that you really want to get your round started right. And there's Chris cleaning up.
Dylan munching his banana there. All right, so kind of a slow start for these guys. Moving into hole 2, 229 feet. With the dreaded Mando that if you are just not feeling yourself, you might miss that Mando on one of your first couple holes of the day.
Yeah, again, it's a little bit chilly. I mean, end of November here, so...
And there's a couple trees right in the center of the fairway on this hole that if you just lace it right down the middle, you're going to hit a tree.
This is when you kind of have the option to either flip up and go straight or kind of throw a little bit of a hyzer at the right rough and come in. Or you can just throw a sidearm.
That Scooby's around the tree. He'll have a look.
Yeah, even if you make a mistake on this one, it's short enough to where your disc is going to get close enough to give you a putt most of the time. Okay.
That line.
What a great shot from Chris here, and we'll check out that line.
Oh man.
Little counter skip here at the end and parked.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that unless it's in the basket.
That's for sure.
Dylan.
And Dylan
Oh no.
Just hugs that rough a little too tight. That's kind of the play I was talking about. I like throwing it over there and hyzering towards the basket, but sometimes it just sneaks over there.
Mr. Brown throwing a hyzer here. Nathaniel throwing a Nova here. I like that shot. Just dead straight.
Oh, slides right past the tree. Looked like it was going to hit it right at the base, but sneaks by it and he'll have a look.
Dylan with like a 80-footer or something. Not happy with that, I'm sure.
Yeah, gives it a decent bid there. Chain high, just hyzers out on him. Nice little step putt there. Oh, look good.
Just short.
Here's Danny looking to go 2 for 2 to start.
No problem.
Cashes it. First nice cam of the day.
Nice little grab by the outside chains there.
Yeah, Danny giving a little thanks. There's Nathaniel cleaning up. So a few more birdies on hole 2. These guys are starting to get warmed up, it looks like. Here goes Dylan. Cleaning up his par. No problem. And here is Mr. Alan Brown. We have received word that his name is Alan. So apologies, Alan, for the hole and 3/4 that we did not catch your first name.
All right. Moving into hole 3. Smooth little hyzer shot. Just a few little trees to negotiate right at the green, but pretty straightforward hole.
Yeah, 247 feet. This is one where you try and hit your line and then listen to see if it catches any of the guardian trees. And if you don't hear anything, you probably got yourself a good shot.
You know, you see some forehand turnovers.
Yeah.
See some people throw a roller sometimes, which I'm not a fan of, but
No.
just a straightforward hyzer shot.
Yeah, this is definitely one you just want to make as easy as possible. There's Danny throwing something really overstable.
Catches the one tree, in the tiniest tree in the middle of the fairway.
Yep, that's one of those that you...
It won't live forever, Danny. It'll be gone eventually.
It does look kind of dead. Chris throwing a pretty similar shot, but a little bit lower.
Catches a little limb off that tree.
And that's a good shot.
Yeah.
Anything on the other side of that little wall of guardian trees. Daniel throwing a little wide.
Yeah. Needs a good skip. He catches one, but that is...
Oh, that's just...
Looking at a tight line, and he's got a pretty bad footing. Dylan going for the skip shot. That's about as good as you can throw it. Sneaks through everything. Little sand wedge
what
roll.
the roll? we need a replay that says that roll instead of that line. Here comes Allen throwing. Catches.
A little too much heat.
Yeah, and that's the other miss that you want to avoid is definitely going too wide on this hole and going on hitting those double trees over there. They have caught many a disc.
I did it yesterday.
Yeah.
That'll putt.
That will
be
putt.
all right.
Yeah. Little straddle look. There's Danny from long range.
Ooh.
Oh,
just a bit wide.
Danny's got a really nice jump putt. He's always smooth and has a lot of range with it.
His whole game is smooth. He's very well rounded.
Here's Nathaniel with a long, obstructed look.
Just over the top.
Gave it a chance. Here's Chris looking to get himself going with another birdie.
No
Cashes
problem.
it in. That's exactly what you'd expect. So good birdie for Chris. That's his second in a row. And here's Alan looking to clean up from the minor rough. Just a little off that left side. Mustache Danny.
He's been sporting that thing for a couple of years now.
Just gets more and more majestic every year. And there's Nathaniel cleaning up his par. Alan with the bogey. That's a tough one to bogey for sure.
He did it. It's very good.
Hole 4, a nice. This is kind of the opposite. The other one was a hyzer backhand. This one usually is a hyzer forehand. You can also throw a smooth little turnover backhand. At 246, it plays downhill. So just trust your disc on a line, and it'll filter right to the basket.
Yeah, we actually lost a tree from last year.
Yeah.
Made this hole
Yeah.
a little bit wider on the outside. Opens up that flick line just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Yeah, it looks wide, but that tree's gone, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chris going a little long, but good shot there. Here's Dylan looking at it as well, going with the sidearm.
The same Firebird he threw on the last hole.
See if he'll get the big skip, avoid the tree.
It's a bit short, but it'll probably be all right.
Yeah, you get, with putts up on the hill, since it's downhill, you kind of get the luxury of a little bit of grace.
That's looking really good. Good line, good speed.
Yep. And Park, Danny off to a really nice start. Looks like he's going to get 3 out of the first 4 here. Here's Nathaniel throwing his sidearm. Looking good.
Soft.
Little reverse skip there.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, another nice little roll. Clean look at the bucket. Here is Alan rounding out the card. I'm honestly surprised, especially with Dylan and Chris on the card. I thought one of them would throw the smooth little turnover backhand, but all sidearms here.
Nice.
Yep.
And a great
No
putt
problem.
from Dylan right there downhill.
Circles the edge is
Yep.
nothing.
Here's Chris with his look. Yep. Dead center. Right on the red tape there.
A little wobbly, but it went right in. Yep.
Another nice little center cut putt there from Nathaniel. And this is what you like to see on this hole for sure. It's kind of the
I'd say it's one of the easier ones.
yeah, it's one that you definitely call a must get.
My 13 is really short, but has way more stuff in the way. This one's just right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
All right, hole 5. We are going to the C pin, and this one is a 2-shot hole. You're pretty much just trying to get into the mouth, just past the stump. Anything more than that is awesome.
Yep.
And then just pitch it around the corner and take your 3.
Yep, first par 4 of the day. We'll see how everybody does. You're just, like Snappy said, just trying to get to a landing zone off the tee and working from there. There's just a variety of different looks that you can get. So
Chris going with a flex sidearm.
looks a little turned over. Hopefully,
Missing just
Oh.
on the corner over there is not the worst. It's better than missing early and right. Oh, he's throwing in a little early there. He definitely could have hit those guys. I wonder if Dylan gave him some time to move out.
There's Dylan, the same play. That looks pretty
A
good.
little flatter. That's kind of.
Yeah. Didn't really get a hyzer skip like I thought. So
He's not in the woods though. That should be
Yeah.
fine.
I'll just have another little sidearm from there. Danny,
Going with the flippy.
same play there. Just a little deep. Just like,
Oh,
oh,
man, that's-
sneaks all the way through.
That was nice.
That was not happening last year. That
He got all the way
X-pin.
to where the X pin is.
Yeah. That X pin was fresh cut last year, and there was a lot more stuff in the way there. Nathaniel going a little high, fading out, and that's definitely one of the trouble spots you want to avoid. Oh, And that's another one. Alan catching the first available there.
But it is a par 4. You know, you're not really losing too much with a 4, so you just get to a manageable spot.
Yep. Looks like he was trying to do that and just ended up back in the rough, but there you go.
And he's still a little bit tight side. You'd really want to be more to the left there, but probably still make something happen.
Nathaniel going tomahawk. No, flick. We'll see. Yeah.
And he's just got a big wall of privet. He's just got to get right over.
And that's a good shot. I mean, you're giving yourself a look for a 4. Just, throw a backhand through that little gap right there and move on to the next hole. Dylan able to stretch out there. Oh, catches one of the Guardians.
That tree is about 38 to 40. No, maybe it's closer.
I don't know. It really doesn't feel that close when you're putting on it, for sure.
We used to do putting league back there. I feel like it's almost 40 feet.
Chris throwing a roller. And oh, no. Had a good line on it, but hits the tree. He'll have a jump putt at it. You never know. Here's Danny.
There's a whole bunch of options when you get over there. There's nothing really good. It's just a bunch of little tight shapes to make it through.
Yeah, it's pick your spot and miss the trees. Looks like Alan over there.
Oh.
Or is that Nathaniel? That's Nathaniel.
That was a good
pitching up there. Let's see the signature step putt there.
Oh man, that would have been nasty.
Bummer.
I was about to say it's a real bummer. So good timing there with the bummer cam. Just off those front nubs.
If it would have bounced any differently, it could
Yeah.
have gone in.
And here's Alan looking to clean up from the logs. Just a little low. Doesn't look like he's quite comfortable with the putter yet.
It was an icky day, man.
It was, yeah.
Just did not feel good.
Yeah. Uh-oh, with the spin back. Good putt from Dylan from the maybe 40-foot tree.
It went right in there. That doesn't look like 40 feet. Looks like about 30 feet or less.
A couple of tap-ins here. So Danny holding on to a one-stroke lead over Dylan and Chris as we move into hole 6, par 3, 362. This is probably one of the toughest holes to par, for sure, on the course, and I think it's one of the best holes too. It's just a fun hole to try and shape your shot.
Yeah, it's my favorite hole to watch somebody throw it well. It's just a sweet little anti-flex righty backhand.
There's a Y tree that you basically want to aim at and have your disc turn right in front of it and then flex out.
Yes, that last tree you can see there in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, Dylan just doesn't look like
he's throwing a flippy T-bird.
Wow. Yeah,
just flexed a little early. Me and him played too many practice rounds. He was killing that hole all week.
Yeah, it's always tough when you birdie the hard holes all week in practice and then tournament day comes.
That looks really good if it'll come back. Oh, he got a little deflection there, but that's still
a great shot. I mean,
it's
anything where you have a look and you can just basically guarantee yourself an easy par, you're happy on this hole for sure. Here's Chris. Doesn't look like it's going to turn over.
Might hit that little
enough.
straight line. Oh. This hole's getting so beat up over the years. Like the left side was an impenetrable wall, and now there's like a straight shot all the way through.
Mm-hmm. Here is Nathaniel. See what he's got with his backhand. Oh, looks a little high and early. If he stays out of the rough.
He's in there pretty good. He's in forehand roller land.
Yep. Here is Allen.
Oh, get some turn.
Yeah.
Just came out a little bit nose up, a little too high, but it fought
Not
straight.
a bad deflection there. Yeah,
straight
he's in
all
a
the
good
way.
spot right there. So no one in too big a trouble. We'll see what Nathaniel's got to do here with his forehand roller.
I mean, that is all you got. When you get over that far, there's nothing else you can do.
And that one just kind of stayed straight on him, didn't quite come back. But he'll have a long look at it. Here's Dylan laying out for it.
Went with the Boss AVR and just didn't quite get it turned over.
Inside the circle for his par. Chris going with a little sidearm here.
Oh no.
If I remember, Chris had a little bit of trouble on this hole last year too.
That's a makeable putt, but it's no gimme. Oh, yeah, you gotta like flex it around. Either go all the way Annie or flex it around the tree. This is
Yeah, he's not particularly thrilled.
just manufactured a bogey.
There's Danny. Not the friendliest roll. Allen still, he looks like he's just low right side the last couple holes. Here's Chris, just, clean up that bogey, move on to the next hole, and just get back on track. Being courteous there, fixing the chain for Nathaniel.
And it sticks. Good par save.
Off the nubs. Yep. Dylan, no
Dylan for
problem.
par, yep.
And Danny, let's see what he's got left after his birdie putt. A little bit of a tester, but doesn't have to straddle or anything around the tree, so cleans it up.
Keeping his 2-stroke or 1-stroke lead over Dylan there.
Yeah, a good start there at 4 down through 6. Dylan's 3, Chris's 2, along with Nathaniel and Allen over par, but there's still a lot of golf left. So hole 7, another good sidearm hole, 304 feet. You basically have the 4 horsemen there tight, that big clump that you see. You either want to go just to the left of that or all the way around all those skinny trees.
Yeah, I like all the way around wide with a high-speed driver.
Yep.
Don't have to give it much power because it's only 300 feet. Just throw a nice flat, low flick and watch it skip around to the basket. Dylan's going to throw a Firebird out. Nice and low and flat.
Nice and low, that'll get some skip. Yep.
A little tight, but
1, 2, and yep.
yeah, that was just a little bit inside. If he'd played it a little wider, it'd probably be better.
Yeah, I feel like you want to give it a little bit more air time, unless you're throwing a really high-speed driver. There's Danny, letting it float up there for a little while. It'll be a long look.
I want to resist the urge to do my Billy Crump. Snappy likes the destroyer on this hole.
No, that looks good from Nathaniel. Right in that little gap. Still a long look. No one quite getting to the hole. Sometimes when you're throwing, 300-foot holes, it's hard to convince yourself to throw it hard enough. But, it's a little wide, catching the privet.
Friendly kicks all the way down.
Yeah, staying out of the rough. That's always a bonus here at the Sinks. So it's all up to Chris here.
Oh, he jerked that one.
Yeah. Bit of a surprise there going.
Yeah, that's pretty much bogey town. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, you just want to avoid anything
Yeah.
higher than that.
So it looks like he's playing some Army golf. Left, right.
Yep, splits the gap. Looks like he'll be able to limit the damage, hopefully, there.
So 2 bogeys in a row for Chris. That's not what he wanted.
No, definitely not. The long step putt.
Yeah, he's got a smooth step.
Yeah, he does. So he finally gave it some height, but just hyzered out a little bit. You're dealing with another little Annie look. A little bit shorter than the hole before. Oh,
That's the one to beat
Yeah.
from over there.
really nice line. Just the very edge of the tree.
Nice.
Great putt.
Super flat.
Really nice. Smooth around the tree.
Yeah, nice birdie.
That is a nice birdie, for sure. Danny just low.
Is that goal regulation size or what?
If it had been on the B pin in hole 4, it would have gone in. Sits a little bit lower. Everybody cleaning up here. Chris will be the only bogey. And Nathaniel the only birdie. We'll move on to hole 8, which is our next par 4. Definitely one of the more fun holes on the course.
Yeah, it's just a really tight left turn. You really want to just kind of hyzer flip something through there or go for a nice skip to kind of get where this A basket is. We're going all the way to the back into the darkness back there.
Yeah.
The hole is perched on a little pit of death, so if you decide that you want to throw a mid-range at the green, it's going to go all the way down into the bottom.
Yep. It definitely makes running putts or running your up shot a precarious decision. Nathaniel throwing a little hyzer there. Just
Precariously perched on the pit of death.
yeah, there you go.
This is the hole that Colton got hit on
Oh yeah, shout out
by
to
a frisbee.
Yeah, shout out to our cameraman. It looks like he's picked a better spot this year for his catch cam.
He said that he only dates people. He'd prefer not to get hit on by a frisbee anymore.
Good shot from Dylan there. A little tight, but you got options. Got options from there. And this is the play that I like with Danny. Not quite
like
that
that.
tight, but I like the Anheuser forehand. Every time I throw a hyzer, I feel like I end up too far left. So I've started throwing the flick on this hole.
It takes a lot less power to get a good shot with the forehand.
Right. Great shot from Allen. That's picture perfect.
Yeah, right on the A pin.
Yep.
Right in the center of the fairway.
And I mean, from there, you can just basically pick your most comfortable up shot and throw it.
You know what disc that is? Looks like an A series disc.
It looks like an A2 if I had to guess.
That's crazy. I throw a flippy disc when I do the sidearm. But that'll work.
Yeah.
You don't even have to get all the way out. Just get right there to the opening. And
Yeah, anything that gives you a look. Little pitch out there.
Yep.
Dang. Looks like
wishing he'd been a little further up. Gonna have to go with the flex sidearm. A little too much mustard.
Yeah. Looks like that's twice on this hole. It looks like he's just kind of overcooked the sidearm a little bit.
Once you do it once, you're like thinking about it, and then
Right.
you can't let up because then you won't turn it. And
Yeah. It's a tough out from Nathaniel there. This is one if you don't really make the gap, it's hard to even get your par because the upshot is so tough.
that is very well done, but
Oh no!
might have been a mid-range. It's skipped all the way down there.
Took a little bit of a hop.
I was thinking he had it on a really good height, but he just kept cruising.
Yeah. You basically just want to hit the top of the hill and bounce down, whereas Chris kind of bounced on the down slope.
That was a very friendly tree on that Nova there.
And there, where Nathaniel is kind of where you have a really hard decision to make, depending on how your round's going.
Dylan has got the privilege of just throwing a turnover in there. Doesn't have to worry about keeping it flat, but turned it a little too much.
Yeah, catches one of those trees on the right side. I mean, it's long looks from there, but like I said, I mean, it's just, how are you feeling? And
A little bit of a misfire.
I've seen him get overcooked both ways now. Danny, can he sneak through?
Oh, can it go
Yes.
in?
Oh, no.
He falls into the pit.
Goodness. Must have been the slick ground just sucking him down there. Alan looks like he's bouncing down
join
there.
the guys down there. This is a staircase.
Goodness. It's going to be a party in the pit.
I remember somebody got stuck in there before we had a staircase. I'm not trying to make fun of anyone, but somebody got stuck in there for a little while and had to put a staircase in there.
It's definitely much nicer having it. Nathaniel does decide to run it, but just doesn't commit. And
he'll join the
he will
boys
pay.
down in the pit.
With everybody just making their way down. There's Danny. I guess we'll see who's out first. Looks like Nathaniel has the honors.
I think second card stayed clean. I don't think anybody went in there.
I don't remember if our card did or not. I don't think so.
There's somebody from...
and someone from 12 decides to join. Oh, and someone put... So, a missed putt there. No one has survived the pit yet. Can Chris? No!
I mean, it's so far uphill from there. You're just worried about not missing it low.
Danny's probably in one of the worst spots. Like, if you're all the way down, at least you can get your footing. But if you're on the downslope, it's just...
If that log wasn't wet, you could stand on it. But
yeah, it's... Danny's just in a tough spot.
It's going to go with a scuba.
Interesting. No.
Does not convert.
The pit. Got everyone. It was...
All right. That was some action there.
But everyone is, it's everyone's still taking pars, except for Alan here. And Danny, I imagine, taking the double there.
Double for Nathaniel as well.
All right, so the first two just took their pars.
Yeah, the pit claimed a few victims there.
That was painful.
All right, moving into a much easier hole.
Yeah.
Hole 9. A pit that is much less terrible over on the left of the green, but
yeah, at least the basket is in this pit.
just a gentle turnover with a backhand or a pretty straight flying forehand. Pit does have a bit of water in it, but it's casual, so.
Yep, and there's another little bit of a sink deep as well. And that one, you kind of get bushes in your way. So the tough part about this one is you're putting on an elevated basket. As Dylan looks like his sidearms are just coming out a little low.
A little flat.
Chris is going to go with the backhand. That looks nice. Slow down a little bit.
That thing has some glide.
Yeah, it goes a little deep.
About 30 feet, 35 feet.
I'll be coming back looking at it. Hopefully that tree right there is not too
Yeah.
too much in his way.
Force the anti-putt.
Yeah. Daniel,
Going with
a little
something
tight.
Real overstable.
Little tight.
And it fights all the way
Yeah.
through down almost pin high. But that's jail.
Let's see what Alan's got here. That looks good.
Yeah, that's right down the center of the fairway. Oh,
Yep, and he's in the deep pit. But
that was almost on height for an ace if it was any tighter to the fairway.
yeah, it was a really nice line. Danny avoids trouble early. And
Man, that one almost caught the tires.
oh, a friendly little skip and roll there. Sometimes if you throw, the sidearm, you're skipping kind of over into the rough and giving yourself a circle's edge putt.
Dylan going with the hardest shot he can think of. Could have just thrown a putter down there. Left it really short,
yeah,
too.
it's a little short. Let's see, Nathaniel going over the rough and out, just looking to tap in. Chris with the stepper. That's a
Oh.
bold move on the elevated basket there. Gave it a good run. And here's Alan. Looking at the basket, not having to putt back at any.
Yeah, catching the birdie.
Yeah, there you go. put him on the board. Sitting at 2 over, he's still got a chance to get back to even or under. There's still a whole back 9 left. There's Dylan with a great little putt
Saving
there.
the par. And Chris will save his par.
Yep, Chris a little bit more uphill. A little bit of a flatter look at the basket there.
That should be no
No.
problem. Tap that one right in.
Danny and Alan picking up the birdies. Danny and Dylan tied at the top there. Nathaniel and Chris a couple strokes back.
That will do it for our front 9 coverage. Be sure to check us at Tennessee Disc Golf for the back 9 of the back 9 of the first round of the Belch'n Turkey.
Well done. Good save.
Yeah, you can edit that, fix that part there.